Good morning. Welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee. As I tilt the screen again and try and figure it out. No. I'll get there. I will get there. Or I can sit here and bend. I'll fiddle with it. So look, here I am. I'm just at this funny angle today. There we go. That's fine. Like I'm lording it over. Good morning. Welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee. I do feel very looming. This is episode 64, maybe, of our weekly show every Sunday. It's not a very flattering angle either. Every Sunday morning, we have our live catch up and see what's been happening in Bad Squiddo, random stuff I want to wamble on about, and what the plans are for next week. So a mixture of Annie news and Squiddo news. The usual cheesy start if you have not liked, subscribed, all that sort of stuff. It's a handy time. I'm going up for this 1,000 subscribers, then I can do stuff on my phone, which is very good also. I just want to move because this is a strange angle to be at. How can I get the best angle now? Or I'll continue looming. Loom. Oh, and I get a community tab. Oh, that's very exciting. So yes, you should all we'll do a subscribe if you haven't. It does mean you get a notification about this as well, just in case you forget. So we've had a very, very busy week. There is lots to talk about. You get to see my cool mural-y thing. So yeah, there's lots to talk about. Lots has been happening. It's been week 3 in a row of me being slightly manic, so that's always a bonus. So I'm on the way down now. I'm on the way down, but slowly. Yeah, 1,000 at the community. Boom! I'm getting there. Easy. I'm gonna move. I don't like this angle. It's very professional, as you can tell. I'm gonna move back down here. I know what I'm gonna do. Wait there. Sit over here. Morning. I know what I'll do. I'll sit on my beanbag. That'll sort it. Beanbag will solve all the problems. Whoop. As you can tell, I haven't got it all sorted out yet in this setup, but we'll get there, eh? Right. Throw me into a beanbag. Here I am. There we go. There we are. That's right. What's that? Oh crap. Sorry. This is the worst. This might be the worst one yet. That's fine. Right. So what's happened? We have had a very busy week. Some notes so I don't ramble too much. I've had some just before the show, which is part of the reason for the general scattiness. So last Sunday, I decided to replace my bed with a hammock. So I've had a whole week now of hammock full timing. Can confirm is the best thing ever. You should all swap your beds for hammocks because it's the best. It's actually the best. She says yawning from a peaceful hammock sleep. But I've been moving a lot of things around. I'm going through this life change of going from hoarder to minimalist. And I've been doing pretty well. And then this morning I got so fed up because I've got too much. My tiny room can pretty much just hold the hammock and some clothes. So I'm trying to move any of my other tat away. I'm doing a lot of eBaying and rehoming and all this sort of thing. Yeah, I decided that I was going to give Andy, my housemate, one of his chest of drawers that was in my room. But in order to fit that in his room, he's got a big walk-in wardrobe. But, oh yeah, that's a better angle. He's got a walk-in wardrobe that I did promise would be empty when he moved in, and it's full of bags and bags of my clothes that I've probably not wore for about 6 years and will never fit again. So just before the stream, I said, right, I'll get this unit out. You chuck out whatever you need to chuck out to get that unit in, because we're slowly getting it all back over. And in about 5 minutes, he's kind of just got all of this stuff and dumped it, a mixture of on his bed and in the hall. And I've just been confronted with all the things that I have been hoarding. My free clothes of orders. Yeah, just take them. Oh, if someone could come, please. If someone could come and take all these clothes. Because yeah, there's just so many. So I'm giving some away. I'm selling some. Some are just clothes recycling because they're not good for anything. And I'll do the usual charity shop hostels sort of thing. I was giving I did put a shout out a while ago, but I'll pop out another one. It's mostly the stuff that's too small for me, so it's usually 10 to 12 sort of size. But if anyone wants free clothes, basically, just pop me a message with your size and what sort of stuff, and I'll just send you a mystery package because it's ridiculous. Considering I wear the same 4 items of clothing all the time. But yeah, it's nothing to do with Bad Squiddo, but it's just exploded on me just before the show in quite a literal way of, because I've been in this mega good mood for so long. It started wobbling about Friday and I thought, oh, I'm knackered now. I had a lovely day off yesterday. And then this morning I've been, because I got up at 5, my normal time, but that 5 to 10 time on a Sunday, I never do anything. And it's why I always sort of appear here unprepared, because I kind of just mooch about the world going, oh, there's no point starting anything. And so I was in risk of getting a bit sad this morning and like, don't know what to do today. Shall I do some work? Because yeah, an idle Annie isn't the best sort of Annie. Cable was pulling. But I appear now to be sorting all of this crap out, so that'll keep me nice and busy. Yay! But for now, it's just going garage, and then it's going to get tackled a bag and a box at a time, because otherwise it's just going to be the worst. Hammocks are ace. Everyone should sleep in a hammock. I did upgrade on Tuesday or Wednesday to an underquilt. I've got an underquilt, it's like a little thick hammock that goes underneath. They're so good. They're so good. It's just so relaxing, and I can swing. I need to move it all around because where my light is, it's too far away. So I need to move all that around. But I had to swing myself to go and turn it off, which felt quite funky. I liked that. Right, so what is happening in Bad Squiddo? Last week we announced, Drinkwise as well, I have the Forest of Rem mug. As season 2, the Forest of Rem did finish on Tuesday. If you follow any of that, you should go check it out. It's on the Andy 2D6 show. It's a little silly role play. I say in the best of ways, and it has featured me at several times. So, get on that. So, last Sunday, we announced, it was really cool. After this live, a load of us went over to Sonic Sledgehammer's YouTube. If you didn't, go over and subscribe to him, because we're doing the painting Lagerfeld challenge, which you should all get in on. So I did a brief intro, then we all went over to Troy's channel, and he did his first live, and I was really proud. Because he was all nervous, but it was cool. So he did his first live and announced the painting challenge, and it's been more successful than anything I've ever tried organising. Because people keep saying, do painting competitions, do this, do that. Every time I do, I might get free entrance, and then it becomes a lot of effort for a bit of an anticlimax. So Troy did basically everyone buy my Lagerfeld model, and I made her available, so she's on foot only. I think it's a month we've decided that's going to be. She's normally in a pack, but she can be on her own, so that you can buy just her, but you can also buy the pack if you want, because you should do that. And everyone just paints it in whatever style, manner, whatever they want, just for fun, because it's about painting for fun rather than painting for that whole, got to get this army finished, got to do that, and it whole not being a chore, which is a really good idea. I'm really chuffed that Troy went for the Lagerfeld model, obviously because I sold loads of Lagerfelds, but it's going to be great. I love seeing my models painted, and I love seeing well, I just love seeing them in people's hands because I see the metal all of the time, and then seeing them, it's like they've got their own new lease of life. So that by itself, that's the real reward, and the money. But the money, you know what I mean. Those both are really good. So it's been really cool that whilst he was doing the live stream last week, my PayPal was going bloom, and people were buying, going, "Yes, Troy, that's a wicked idea. Let's go buy a Lagerfeld." So I'm really chuffed with that. I had to order a load more from the casters. A couple of the retailers have put in massive Lagerfeld orders, so I'm guessing it's on the base of that too, which is quite funny. And Lagerfeld loves it. She loves being cloned and going around the place. So if you're interested, where's the best way? On the website, there's a tab in the shop that says Twitter painting challenge, and there's a load of links up there. And there's Sonic Sledge on Twitter. He's got a bunch of info up there. But all you do really, there's no real rules. You just buy Lagerfeld and paint her. Pop her on Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, pop her on Baggy's Cave or something like that. If you want me to post it up there, then I can do that. And then I guess we'll make some sort of collagey thing at the end of it too. Well, I will, because I love doing that. And I'm already seeing people start to paint them, and that's just really, really nice. So I'm really chuffed with how that's gone. I did not expect it. So thank you. And thank you to new people that may have come via the medium of Troy. And thanks to you lot who went on over to do the Troy follow as well yourself. It's been a nice little crossover. And Troy is wicked, and not just some random Twitter guy. He's really nice. I met him in Bugman's last year. Start of this year, I think it was. But yeah, that's just been really nice. So I'm happy with that. What else? What else indeed? New tables. What does that mean? Yes! Like, always new tables. I'll do one of my cheeky show you on the phone things. They're not out. They won't be out for a little while. This is just because I got the test casts through, but they might be the greatest thing ever made. Will I show you all of it? Do you deserve it? So I posted this on Twitter. This is Vera Lynn doing her "We'll Eat Again." So it was Vera Lynn for scale, just because she was around. So we've got a whole bunch of food and table-y type stuff. Really doesn't give it justice. They're so beautiful. So that's one piece. It's one piece. There's even little knives and forks. They're as generic as possible, so you can use them across all sorts of times. There's another photo. So you can see there's even a little scrap of paper on there. Or is it a napkin? It's a napkin. This is after Ristol did the picnic set, because I just went, we need more food, Ristol. You're too good at this. So there's a top-down view. But this is a smidgen of what's coming. What is coming is just immense. I just looked at it and went, I don't know, I haven't seen anything like that. Here's another one. And it was Queen Mama Vera Lynn for scale. Oh, look at that. It's my hand, but there's my hand again. I'm just so happy with these. I was there like, shall I show you it all? As I scroll through the phone and show you it all anyway. There's one of the little tables. But yeah, all one piece. All one piece. Double handing. And there's another one. But yeah, this again, even all this is still a smidgen of what's coming. Oh Lord. So there's a whole bunch of that. That is just the best. But before that, we've also got. Oh yeah, if you've already entered, if you've already painted Lagertha, you can enter her in. Not that it's a competition, but you can still add it to the general Lagerthas that are floating about. You don't need to tell anyone. Just say, "Yep, I've just painted this one." And so yeah, that's cool. A little bit of my tea. Oh yeah, it's a zesty tea mix today. I'm not sure exactly what's in it. Definitely some watermelon. Yeah, Ristol's it on fire. He's just He's sculpting some amazing things at the moment. He's gone rogue as well. He posted up a donkey. It's like, is that my donkey? Because it is now, because I'm having the donkey and all the things. I messaged Bristol earlier in the week going, everything you sculpt all the time, all the things, Annie's things. I want all of it, anything, I'll take it. It's cool. He just does some wicked stuff. So what have we got? What else is on the news? My hair's rubbish, although it is all falling out. I've been fantasizing about cutting it all off, but I don't know. So I'm giving myself time because I've cut it all off before and then massively regretted it. So it's in like a because I want a short haircut, but who's going to get to a hairdresser? I know some people are, but it was already not on my agenda, and now I can't see myself going to a hairdresser. So I thought, well, I can't do a haircut, but I could do a buzz cut. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, next week, if I appear to have no hair, that's what I've done. Kev Progress. If you haven't seen that, I know a bunch of you have because I posted it in Baggy's Cave. If you're not in Baggy's Cave, you need to get there. It is the best group on Facebook. And that has I put various sneak peeks and things in there throughout the week. So I posted it earlier. She is far from finished, and Kev groaned when I said, can I share it with people? But I wanted to show you something. So Kev's on a sculpting frenzy at the moment, and he's done this. I'll do you a little. This is my Jean de Clisson. She looks out of proportion because she's not all finished yet. He's going to do various changes, but that's where he's at the moment. And it's cool just to see something because she is looking badass. I love that. I love that pose. She's just fully going for it. Yeah, she's going to be swinging her sword. So that is cool. Look at me. Look at my phone. Welcome to 2020. Yeah, she is lovely. So I'm really excited. He said all of it is subject to change. If I go, nope, cut it all off. But yeah, so now that is looking sweet. I do this a lot. Probably shouldn't. You don't know. So that's Kev doing the Jean de Clisson, the Lioness of Brittany, which is very nice. Hammock Madness I've written. I think we've already gone through the Hammock Madness. Get a hammock. Just get a hammock. Go get a hammock. I've got a hammock stand because I rent and will never, ever, ever be able to afford to buy a house. So I can't actually hook it to the wall. But if you own your house, you can hook it to the wall. And then you can just clip it down in the day. It's the best. That brings me on to a subject, a taboo subject. Debt. Obviously, won't go too much into it. But you know that I used to run the Dice Bag Lady, and that ended over one horrific year where my wrist stopped working because I was crocheting too much and I messed all of my tendons up. Which is, I assume so far from it being 5 years, 6 years, that it's at least semi-permanent damage because my wrists are still rubbish. But I got into a big old state there because making dice bags was my living. I didn't want to let go of it. I tried looking to see if I could get any benefits or anything like that, but all I could get was a very small amount, and if I killed the business. There just didn't seem to be any mid-ground for using it as there's supposed to be a little support thing whilst I tried to build myself back up to it and pace out and all that sort of thing. So I just kept thinking that maybe next week they'll get better, and they didn't. Skimming over it because it was a really horrific time. On hindsight, one of the best things to happen because we wouldn't have Bud Squiddo. So that's cool. But I was in a whole chunk of debt by that point because I was loaning from all over the place just to pay my rent. It was the last bit of loan that I used to buy some stock to set up Bad Squiddo Games. Because I had sleep booked and I didn't have much bags, so I had to do that. When people set up businesses, they generally tend to have some starting capital, and that's people's savings. A lot of the time in this industry, it's redundancy cash from the other job, or inheritance, or just some cash. People start a business with cash. I started a business with debt. And then the business took off. Who would have known? But it's been a really big struggle, and I have been in immense background stress pretty much since the start. Just sort of clambering, trying to get out of this debt whilst also managing to reinvest in the company. My whole life has pretty much been Squiddo, still is. But I just wanted to really get across there that I've been working my ass off basically to try and get out of this debt, get started, get some money there, and really be able to get this going. And I paid off a loan this week, and I'm debt free, apart from my government bounce back loan. But how cool is that? So yeah, it doesn't mean that I'm like rolling in the cash or anything, but that's a huge milestone. And people don't talk about debt, especially if you're a business, because oh, it might look like you're unreliable and rubbish and all this sort of stuff. But again, you know what I'm like. I just talk about stuff because you should, because so many people have debt problems and people get into states. I've been in immensely bleak situations from all of this. And it's still not entirely clear, but that is a huge stepping stone to know that that's not there sort of pushing. So every time something good was happening, it's there like, Annie, can we have our share now, please? These big looming personified people. I don't know if they have big hats and a big old coat or something. So even though the company's been doing really well, we've been growing like a beast. People go, "You're selling so much. Why haven't you got any money? Why are you always skinned?" Like, because I have to pay the men. So I've been having to pay the men as I'm going along. And obviously, when I had to move quite abruptly a couple of years ago, that also. So it was just like all this stuff piled up. But yeah, I got the letter this week. That just made me really happy because I thought I'm actually really getting there now. And that first year of Squiddo, when I just thought, it's a silly idea, I'll give it a go, see how it works. And now look at it, look how cool it is. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about this. It's another good, we've had a few good sort of landmarks the last couple months or so with Squiddo, and that's another one that's just really like, we can really start kicking ass now. Yes. So yeah, that's just so cool. So when I go, where's all my money going? It's like, I'm earning this much, but, well, the business is earning this much. But where does this go? Oh, yes, yeah, they're there. Maybe we'll have our share, please, Annie? Not anymore. I'm free. What else do we have? New shops. Oh, yeah, I started by saying, I'm not manic anymore. New shops. I have spent Thursday and Friday spamming around some shops, see if I can get any bites. That's my next big sort of push. If you're a shop, if you know shops, say, hey, you should stock Bad Squiddo Games because they're really cool. North Star military figures are my distributors, so you can go to them. You can also go to me and I'll send you to North Star, so they have to deal with it, not me. But they don't distribute my Scenics, so I've been trying to get some fresh Scenics customers as well. So yeah, if you know any shop, hassle them or pop me their email and go, hey, this is a shop that you should hassle. And we'll see. And obviously, yeah, the more that people ask different shops, then the more they'll go, oh, people seem to want this stuff. So that is cool. What else have I get? No, I did talk to Becky a while ago, but not recently, so I'll give her a boop as well. What else have we got? Talking of North Star, Stargrave has been announced, which personally I think is a terrible name. Don't tell Joe. But that's exciting. So from what I know so far, it is Frostgrave in space, and we all love Frostgrave. Well, obviously, it's been quite ingrained in with Bad Squiddo because that came at a really good time when we were first growing, and we kind of. I remember not having heard of it, and just loads of people were buying stuff from me and saying it was Frostgrave, so I went, best check this out, and then became like the best Frostgrave retailer, though I say so myself. We did. That was wild. The heady Frostgrave days, and obviously we stopped stocking most of it as we focus on the minis that are minis, but we still sell the plastics. I like selling plastic boxes because I just really like them. So Stargrave, I assume they'll change it rather than just literally transpose it into space, but it'll have the same sort of basic mechanism. And it's written by Joe, and Joe is the best. Like all the other Graves, it is a pair up between Osprey and North Star. So they're sort of both in there. No, I believe it's Stargrave because they've shown the cover now. When I played against Michael last week, most is Warband or Bad Squiddo Shield Maidens. Yes. So yeah, Stargrave will be coming out. I saw my little post in Baggy's Cave. I try not to be a bandwagoner because I always just like to make cool stuff. I don't like the idea of leeching off what other people are doing, but it obviously does make good business sense to be aware of what people are doing and ride the wave a little bit. So I did see a few companies going, we need to now make massive sci-fi ranges. I'm like, I have a massive sci-fi range. So I'm excited because it's North Star and it's Osprey and it's Joe and it's Frostgrave, but in space. So that's exciting anyway. But obviously I've got the whole excuses to sell Ghost of Gaia figures. Come on. If you haven't seen them, they're like underrated. A lot of people don't know about them because we're so so fantasy. But we have a whole bunch of sci-fi ladies. Like it's one of the biggest sub ranges that we do. It's called the Ghosts of Gaia, and they're so cool. I love them. They're some of the first things we got from Shane as well. Yeah, go have a look. They're so lovely. So I can use that as it because I have been waiting because their sales have been a bit quieter because obviously a lot of time people use my figures for things like the Osprey games where they're very sandboxy and you can use whatever you like. But there hasn't really been a big sci-fi game like that, so I have been going, I hope someone does a sci-fi game. Stargrave! So yeah, you should go have a look at those because they're so nice. And yeah, they're all by Shane, who's wicked. And I'm sure we can find a way to put the bunny and pig mimic in there. So when I get hold of some rules, I might have a little look. I'm not going to go like some people and go, hey, let's make all these figures based on the book. Because obviously North Star make their own figures for the book. And I always like to encourage people to buy those because they're the ones that have invested in this whole thing. And they've invested in their own miniatures. So it's only polite to buy them because they are the official, the official miniatures. Even though you're allowed to play whatever, it's always nice to support the people that are doing that, which is a bad business thing for me to say. Go buy go. And they've got some really good sculptors, and I'm sure they're going to bring out some amazing figures. And part of me is going, could stock them maybe. Stock a bit of Stargrave. So I might, to be fair. Might. Definitely the plastics. Yeah, of course you can add in some of Bad Squiddo minis. So I won't be there going, I'm going to do loads of stuff. But as always, I'll probably add, once I see the rules, if there's something that I go, yeah, that sounds cool, and I know how that will fit in. I'll probably do some what's the word? Yeah, maybe I'll get Shane on some newer Gaia figures, because it's about time they had a bit of an update. Some fresh friends in there. A bit like I did say with Archipelago. So I got some bloop bloop. I had the pirates made. So I just had some crew ladies and a pirate queen, and then a couple of gribblies, because it makes sense to make what's going to be popular, but not an entire warband. But you should totally buy a North Star warband and a Bad Squiddo warband. Sweet. I'm going to try and convince North Star to stock my ladies as well, so you can also buy all your stuff from them. And who knows? I'm due to see them soonish anyway. I haven't got anything planned. I just think I haven't seen Nick for a while, so I will see about that. What have I missed doing a bit? I know Felicity I missed early on. She said any news on the witch? Not yet. My sculptor is still very poorly. He's not been well. So I don't know yet. Still got a bit of hope for pre-Halloween, but I don't want to put him under any pressure because he's not having the best time. What else have we got? I just don't. What I'm trying to get across is I like making things. Obviously, I don't do any rules, so I know my minis are going to be used for various different games. So of course I have a look at them and go, oh yeah, that would be good. I'll do it like that. But I don't like the minis to exist for somebody else's game, if that makes sense. It's nice to go, that's an excuse for me to do that, but not make it for. So, for example, Frostgrave, it's not like I brought out 10 pairs of different wizards with a master and apprentice, that sort of thing. Just, it's not my thing, really. But still a few bits still fit in. It's cool. And I've still got, I'm still totally obsessed with World War II, so that's still where my brain's at anyway. Oh yes, hopefully my rambles make some sense. Hopefully that these shows do give you a little bit of insight into what goes on in all my I'm going, what should I do about that or that? But there does seem to be a bit of scrabbling by us smaller companies to sort of try and figure out what the next big thing is, to then make a load of minis that might work with it. But it's not the life for me. I just make cool minis and then people buy them because they're cool. Well, we are Friday. What? I genuinely don't know what bored. I've written Friday dash, and I look at Friday boned. I was like, what? Friday bored. Oh yeah, sorry, I ran out of Annie on Friday, and ended up messaging the caster going, I'm bored. I'm never bored. What am I bored for? I get so I've had 3 weeks basically of just non-stop doing all the stuff. I go home, have my tea, sleep. I did go home a bit earlier one of the days, and then sleep. Then I ate, and then I watched some Stuart Lee, who's the best, but fell asleep watching some Stuart Lee, woke up and went to bed. So I've been just non-stopping it, and I think I started to run out on Friday. But I'd finished loads of the massive tasks. So I was like, right, what can I do? I can do stuff at my leisure now. Because there was nothing jumping out at me, I was like, it's Friday. Don't really want to start that task. That task's a bit boring and not very effective. So I went home. Early. Woo! So hopefully I'll have a bit of a recharge, even though I'm gonna have a day of it by the looks of it, moving all this stuff around. I've got to clean the guinea pigs out as well. But it's still doing things and it's not requiring much brain, so that is good. What else has been happening? Loads of things. I'll have a bit more of a sip. Oh, I missed. I will pass your well wishes on to my poor sculptor. But as soon as I have them, basically, I'll let you know, because I obviously know there's a lot of you waiting on them, and they're going to be wicked. So I'm pretty chilled about that, and when he does send stuff, it is so good. So it's going to be really good. But yeah, I don't want him to have to crawl out of his deathbed to go and post minis. It's not that mean. Much. What else? I want a full at you today. So I've been so as I felt myself sloping down, so traditionally I am up and then I am down and then I'm up, and then when I'm up I have to make up for all the time I lost when I was down, and it's just this never-ending cycle. So this week I've been sort of in the back of my mind accepting that there are more tasks that I can do than I have time for. And this is a very obvious realization, but gotta come to it yourself. Because I always just think, I'll work more and get it done. Like, I'm never going to get all of these things done. There's just not time to do all the things. So I've got what I did last night. I wrote out every role that I could think of that I do at work, that there is basically in the Nottingham Bad Squiddo tasks. So obviously not casting or anything like that, because our Birmingham folks do that. I just wrote out everything I do, and as well as going, no wonder I'm knackered. That's a lot. The task that I'm going to look at this evening is sort of clicking through them all, and almost colour coding them to tasks I have to do, tasks someone else could easily do, and tasks somebody else could do, but they'd need some sort of training or a bit more time to be able to do, but ideally they could be doing, sort of thing. So I'm a bit more freed up. So I'll be doing that. I'd like to be at the point of employing somebody, but who employs anyone at the moment? Because we're all over the place with what tier we're in. My office is really small, so there's not really space for anyone whilst we're all having to do social distancing, so that's not ideal. We're going to try and get 1 or 2 people to be working remotely, but I'll let you know if anything like that goes up. There's a few job schemes. I was hiring Andy, but he's got a full-time job now, so I can't. I can't make him work in the evenings as well. What was I gonna say? Why did I pull all that stuff out of that cupboard? I don't want to deal with it now. Damn it. Worky things, delegations. Yes, there's some sort of kickstart job scheme where the government pay for a chunk of the wages, and I thought, oh, that's delicious, and looked at it and went, it's only for companies that hire 30 staff or more. Yeah, what's put me off hiring is that I always know that they'll get more money than I do, and I'll be resentful of them forever. But yeah, it won't be anything full time, just some actual planned hours, because at the moment, well, Mum was doing a lot, and then over lockdown I've had the occasional friend come in and just sort of plow through a day, and I can't do that. I need somebody that's sort of properly to do it. This is when Mum goes, am I not proper? And you know what I mean. She's also off in tier 1. I think Mum's in tier 1. I'm in tier 2. So if you're not in the UK, we've been put into these tier lockdowns. I'm in Nottingham, which has the highest rate of COVID in the UK. We did it, guys! Highest rate of COVID, which obviously sucks. But we're not tier 3, and nobody's talking about it, which is really weird. So if you look at any of the UK news, they're talking about whether to put various Liverpool, Lancashire into various tiers, but nobody is talking about Nottingham, where everyone has COVID, apparently. 1 in 100 people in Nottingham have tested positive. That's, oh my lord. And that's not, the people not even gone there, so it's probably more. So I don't know exactly. That's why I've not been making plans at the moment, because who knows what's going on. A bit aware of just like this little head bobbing up. I need to get more in the frame, but I can't move on this. yes. Oh yes, Mitch, I will email you, and yeah, I'll just send you some stuff. You can have some stuff. That's what I meant to say, but I'll get on to that. Yeah, Carl says I get angry at Nottingham just watching your tweets about the public transport. Yeah. I did get into a big anxiety spiral. I think it was Wednesday, and I thought, oh, I need another Twitter account because I'm just on bad Twitter going, this is criminal, Netram, what are you doing? But they don't care. They've put signs up saying remember to distance, and then they say we're doing all that we can. So to go back and forth to work, if I go in the morning, it's fine. In the evening, I may be pressed up against various people with the knowledge that 1 in 100 people. So someone worked out it was probably more close to 1 in 30 people. And was looking at the 100 people on the train or a tram thinking, So I'm starting to get more accepting to the idea that I'm going to get COVID at some point. Who knows when? And if when I do, obviously I'll have to close for a bit because I won't be able to go to the office. So there won't be orders going out. So I'm making sure I'm doing what I was doing at the start of lockdown, where I'm assuming that every day could be my last in the office. Although, so I'm making sure that I don't sort of leave anything there. So at least if I have to isolate, I can at least work from home, which is partly why I've got this new bit of tech as well. So I can do that, and I can at least get some digital work done or something there. Or if I am actually really ill, I can not work because that's what you're supposed to do. Yes. What else? Nottingham's ace. Other than like everyone dying, Nottingham is normally awesome. The tram's been okay. I have had my issues with it before, but it's just been massively neglectful. It is criminal. It is criminal. They are allowing people to die or get long COVID or anything like that from it. Seeing people stand next to little old ladies on their phone whilst they talk really loudly on their phone in an old lady's face, and I'm like, is she gonna die? I didn't see on the tram. I'm just like, just look at the floor, go and get in. But even though all that's happening, I've still been in a good mood somehow. But yeah, it's starting to falter a bit. So at least I'll get distracted today by moving all the things around and making my little hammock wonderland. So yeah, I can die in my hammock. What else have we got? Whilst I'm on sad news, Sylvester the guinea pig, not one of my guinea pigs. What was it? What have I got there? Yes, Sylvester the guinea pig from Little Adventures died, which I saw a video last night, and I started crying. He was a very old guinea pig, but it's a little channel I follow, and she's adorable, and all her guinea pigs are adorable. So if you like guinea pigs, follow Little Adventures. But I saw a little Sylvester. Oh no, he's been poorly. So to go hug my pigs. Because Gregor was old, so I've been questioning his mortality. Oh, Carl, 250 per 100,000. So we're 1,000 per 100,000. So yeah, that's funny. But what are we on? I think we're nearly there. It's okay. Sylvester is an old pig, but I don't know. I must have just been on edge and saw it and went, oh no. Thinking of my old Greg. Andy is making me a sexy sax man video at the moment, so that'll be there for your viewing pleasure at some point next week. I walked past his room earlier and saw a rotating arse of a sax man with some flames. You working on the video then? Yeah, okay. Little Adventures, they're a YouTube channel. She's very informative. She just makes really nice videos, and yeah, her and her pigs are just the most adorable things ever. And then I realised that people must like my pigs as well, because if I follow someone else's pigs and get sad when things happen to them, like, oh no, that people were really upset when we lost Little Egg and stuff like that. Guinea pigs are the best. They are the best. just looking at them now, actually. They're so cute. Why are they so cute? That's mostly it for today. Anything I have missed? Oh yeah, they all need cleaning out today. So Gregor had a good old bath. I think it was after the show last week. He's had another scrub because he's got all his problems. So he's a bit happier now. I'm waiting on the vet to call him back. The vet hasn't called me, but I did figure that maybe the vet had called Gregor direct and they'd had a chat. Who knows? Yeah, trying to get some fresh drugs for him, some different type of drugs to try and, because he's getting a bit mermaidy. He's dragging those back legs along, which is a bit. Whew, I don't think I've stopped talking, have I? As usual. If you haven't liked this stream yet, if you can go do that, it helps me with the old cheeky algorithms. And if you haven't done a subscribe as well, that's also very useful. Next week, what's happening next week? I was going to a socially distant, legal planned gig in Leicester on Saturday, but I think we're going to be in tier 3, or even if not, I don't know if I'm happy travelling anywhere now. It's just the apocalypse, eh? Who knows? Otherwise, what am I doing in Bad Squiddo? I'm going to harass some more shops. I'm going to list some stuff in the bargain bin as part of my personal clear out. I'm going to do some more accountsy type stuff. I don't have a massive plan yet, so that's what I'll be working on later. I've actually got a gap. Got a gap. Woo! Sweet. And yeah, I'll keep on top. Oh, any new releases? Yes. Do I? Not this week. Very soon, next week, I believe, we will have the swamp set with the little frogs and the tentacles. I've still got the lovely little witch lady, the teenage witch, to release, but I need to glue one together so I can show you what she looks like. And yeah, that's it. I better go then. Better go. Yeah, thanks for watching. It's always ace when you come along and putting up with me as I adjust to this new bit of tech as well. Hope you enjoy my back. There's a little insight into my house. Got some flowers, Furiosa, some glittery things, rainbow tree. Yes, so go do the usual, check out all our stuff, go post your things, go look at Sonic Sledge and go buy a Lagertha if you haven't got a Lagertha. Join the club because all the cool people are doing it. And don't worry if you don't think you're a good enough painter. That's the whole point. It's just painting for fun. It's a lovely community. No one will go, paint at that. And if they do, I'll come for them. So there we go. So thank you. I hope you have a lovely rest of Sunday. I can't find the end button. And yeah, be good and everything. Oh, there we go. And I will see you. Goodbye.